Okay, Hilary, I said I wouldn't say anything, but I just wanted to start off by thanking you for being here for so long and being such an amazing like pillar of Qdabra for so many years, and really hoping that you find extra peace and harmony in wherever you're going. But thank you so much for being such a bastion of Qdabra support for so many years, and uh, and for doing this final webinar on your final day here. It's been so great to work with you.
You're welcome. It's been a real honor and privilege to work here, and I've learned so much, and I've had the chance to meet and interact with so many amazing people, both on the team and our clients and customers. And it's just been such a wonderful journey. And journeys are lovely, and then sometimes we take a side road, right? So I appreciate all you've done for me, and I appreciate this wonderful company. And I do see our little attendee bin is starting to fill up, so that's wonderful. It's good to see all of these familiar names, and we'll get started in just a couple of minutes. We've got some fun new things in DBXL to show you. We're going to have a new DBXL release, which I'm excited about. There's some new functionality in here that was added for a specific client, but that I think will be helpful for many clients. So I'm eager to have you see that. There's also some new authentication functionality that should improve your usage from FormsViewer without having to use user keys. So I'm looking forward to having Sweta show us that as well. We've got some great demos coming up. All right, 8:05 on the dot. Let's get started. Hi, my name's Hilary, and Sweta and I are going to show you our latest DBXL 3.6 release today. I'm so glad you could join us. It's wonderful to see all of you. These first few slides are basically notes you can find on our website. If you go to Qdabra and go to DBXL, you can find this basic information. And looking at the names, I see a number of you are already using DBXL, but effectively it's a generic web service we can use to submit and query data. It allows you to have data-driven queries from SQL, which those of us who are old school InfoPath form builders, we remember what that was like, where you'd have to query for your entire table, and now your form is slow and terrible. So DBXL has always been a vast improvement there. We can render PDFs of your form view and send emails either with the PDF, or we can send emails using a specific view. And those emails are fast. None of this waiting around for Power Automate to pull your library, right? It's able to integrate with Active Directory. And this is a stable product that's been around for a long time. We have a great user base. So we're excited to share with you these new improvements. Some of the great things about DBXL is you don't have to worry about some of your SharePoint limits. You can't report easily in SharePoint. You can't just quickly join a couple of lists and build a report. Whereas in SQL, you can create views and stored procedures and so on, and be able to get use out of your data. Because, my question has always been, why are we filling all this stuff out if nobody's using the data? I've seen that over and over again in my work prior to this job, and with clients coming in here where it's just like, they've got all this data, but it's captured someplace and nobody can use it for decisions. Nobody can use it for the things businesses need data for. So it helps with your reporting. Being able to run a SQL query where you're saying, hey, give me just the rows for Jane Smith. That's a lot faster than getting all the rows in your table and going and figuring out where Jane's row is, right? So all of these things can make your forms more efficient and allow you to collect data in ways that work for you, for your business. And also, we've got this extensibility. You can send emails. Your submits are going to be faster because you're able to send your data off to our web service. All in all, I think you will find, if you're not using DBXL, I think you will find it is a fabulous tool for you. A little history. Now, this is just recent history. If you go to the web page, you will see that we have ongoing long history, long list. But I just reached back, a little over a decade. We added PDF rendering. We took the DBXL administration tool and we put it in a web page because for a long time you had to use InfoPath. Well, we all know where that's gone. And so having that in a web page, it's faster, it works better. You don't have any of those woes. We added the other tools that we had this tool set and we added all of that to the DBXL administration tool so that you can kind of do everything in one place. And we've made some little changes, 3.3 and 3.4, we enhanced a few things, 3.5 again. And then today we're doing on-demand PDFs from DBXL administration tool, and we're doing JSON Web Token Authentication. And these are the two new things I want to show you. And I'm excited. So here's a quick list of what's new. We've got this new on-demand PDF generation. You can download or open from the admin tool any document as a PDF. You can access current or historical versions. There's a bulk download feature that I'll show you. This new feature was added at a client's request because they have a need sometimes to get the data that's in the form to the auditors. And it tends to be specific forms. We need these 3 forms. They know their doc IDs and they wanted to be able to do it in the admin tool. So we created this suite of options for accessing PDFs directly from the admin tool. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate for you in a minute or two. And then we also have added this JSON Web Token Authentication for FormsViewer to DBXL connections. It's configurable per DBXL instance. It's a modern alternative to the user keys we've had you use in the past for some of this. And it will give you more security, which is important. You want to be able to do things securely. And I'm looking forward to seeing Sweta's demo. So the options we have with our new on-demand PDF functionality, and I will be showing you this in my demo shortly. You can select any document. You can open a PDF to view it immediately in your browser. We know that you can open the XML from DBXL, but that's not always what you need to see or want to see. You can do the same thing with your historical versions. If you have not set a specific view to use for your PDFs, the code just uses the default view for the form, and we'll look at that. There's also an option to bulk download. In an attempt to save all of us from ourselves, bulk download's not available if you select all, right? Just because what if you have 400 documents? And so, yeah, use your best judgment there. And so we also have a download with history. If any PDFs fail to generate, there's an errors text file included in the zip to help you find where the issues might be. The view selector, we'll see that on the Documents tab. It allows you to select a view either for one time or to set to use for always. Again, it will use your default view in your form if none is selected here. So you don't have to worry about running around and setting a default view. It's going to use that by default, okay? And then we finally also have a URL access ability. So you can craft a URL. You basically take the XML URL and change it to PDF. Also works for versions. And document type permissions are enforced. So users need read access to be able to see these. So, I mean, that's a lot of words on a slide. And let me just show you what I'm talking about, okay? So here is the DBXL administration tool. And this is one of my document types. So this little section right here is the piece I am talking about, this new PDF generation section. View 1 is the default view of my form. And so when I first come in to look at this, this will be set to my default view. And so I can just simply, click PDF to have that PDF open up in a new tab, right? And it's going to use that default view, which I happen to have it set to print this way. You guys have to be patient with my test setup here. And so I can also download it. You know, if I would rather download it, I just need a copy of that guy. I can use the download button instead, and it will generate and download it. And yeah, I thought Adobe was going to do that for me. And so it'll pop it open for you, depending, I guess, probably on your computer settings. And then also in the history, similar buttons are available. Now, if I just change this view temporarily and I don't click save, then any PDF that we'll do a historical one, any PDF that I create is going to now use the view that I temporarily selected. And you can see as I was testing, I gave myself various things that I could use to verify what was going on. I can also save this. Let's just say that this is the view you always want to be used for PDFs. You can just set a view and save it. And now that will be the view always used for PDFs unless somebody comes in and toggles it because they need a different view specifically at that moment. We can download a zip of files. So we've got this option of download latest, which is just going to be the most recent version of all of these. So I'm going to let that download and take you to my possibly messy downloads folder. One second. I have not kept an eye on that downloads folder in advance. Okay, it's not too bad. I'm going to drag it down just a little bit. So you can see here's my zip file. And here are my expense reports, and they are all going to be using, oh my gosh, how long can a view name possibly be? Oh, can it be even longer? This doesn't have any data in it because my view didn't have any data in it. So sorry. So that is downloading a zip file with the latest versions, and you can also download with history. So if you download all versions, we would expect to see 5 files in our new zip because we have 3 versions of this first one and 1 version of the second and the third one. And so if I go and pop open my newest zip, one second, and I will drag this over again, you can see I've got my V1, V2, V3, V1, V1. And this again, it was originally intended because we had someone who was needing these for auditing. And that has been, oh, thanks, Patrick. Yeah, that has been, that was useful to them because they needed to be able to give versions to auditors. But it seemed to me like many of you are in industries where that could be useful to you. The last little feature that was added was the ability to access via a URL. And, you know, again, same kind of reasoning. You need to send Jenny in accounting. I have a Jenny in accounting, right? You need to send Jenny in accounting a PDF. She's got access to wherever DBXL is installed, so she's going to be able to view it. To be able to get a link to one, you know, right here, if we click open, well, okay, here's the XML. We do not probably want to send that to Jenny, right? She probably is not gonna love me for that, right? But I can just change that to PDF, and here is my PDF, again with my bad view. Why do I never learn? And I could also do a version. Let's say I want to send her version 1 of this. Just open this. And the URL looks like...
You could just change the view, right?
I just did. Yeah. V1.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I know I just did. I was like, why do I keep doing this? Yeah, it was kind of a rhetorical question for my own brain. Oh, you must not have. Let me change the view. At any rate, yeah, because the URL is going to use the setting one, not the one on the page, because the URL wouldn't have knowledge of the page. Now I'm remembering my own. Now I'm remembering my own design.
Do you have to save the PDF setting before you do it?
I did, and I did save it. Thank you. And that's because when we access it via URL, it has to use whatever the setting is, right? Or the default view, because it's not like we're on the page. So yeah, at any rate, here we are again with our expense report, which everybody's gotten a good look at. So that is generally that. I'm going to check and see if anybody has any questions. We are also going to pause for questions later. Um, it's not a uh, it's not a huge change, but it gives you some additional functionality that you might find useful. So if this is something that you feel might be useful to you for your environment, for your company, for your client, for your customers, reach out and send an email to support@qdabra.com, and we can get you upgraded to the latest version so that you have access to this. And I will go ahead and go back to the slides and go to the next slide.
Just
Yes.
quick comments, right? It's an awesome demo. So, just quick comments. We have integrated already DBXL into FormsViewer, and it's live online. And we will be making this feature available for customers online as well in the near future with a more modernized UI. So we've been upgrading the UI. I think Sweaty, you're going to show a demo in a few minutes here, but there will be a new UI for this DBXL admin tool. The dashboard for DBXL will be more modern, integrated with FormsViewer to do things like custom email views and this feature that Hilary just demoed. Okay, sorry.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm excited. I'm excited to see that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just go to Sweta's slide. And now it's my turn to be quiet, and we will let her speak. And feel free to share whenever, Sweta, if you need me to stop sharing, you let me know.
Thank you, Hilary, and hello, everyone. I will share my screen quickly. So we have been using this user key for authentication to DBXL for many years. It works, but there are some gaps in what it actually offers. Jason, the user key is long-lived, right? And they can be easily exposed accidentally, and the user key does not hold any user information when it calls from FormsViewer to DBXL. So for all these security reasons, we decided to come up with a, new authentication system. It's called JSON Wave Token, and we have used this authentication system in our training last year. So I'll just give a quick demo on how to set this up in DBXL and FormsViewer. So this is the DBXL admin tool, and we have this client credentials at the top. In Hilary's demo, it was not present over there because we just toggle this option in the web config. So the value is set to true for client credential enabled. And when I click this, we have this new UI, and I'm going to create a new client over here. Let me call this webinar. And under this webinar, I'm going to create a new secret. And let me just add validity here. And we have a new key over here. So this is a one-time key. So if I just close it, I'll not be able to access this. Now, to demo this feature, I'm going to use this starter form. So when I click on this submit, initially it says the submit field because I have not added any authentication between the FormsViewer and DBXL. Now I'm going to add this key to FormsViewer. In FormsViewer main page, we have this option called global settings. It is only accessible by global admins. So when I click this, we have manage DBXL instance. Now I'm going to create a new instance. Let me call this webinar. And for the URL, I'm going to use the DBXL URL. And client ID is optional, but I'm going to just copy the client ID from this space and add this over here. Now let's click save. Okay. Now for client secret, I'll copy this one-time token here and paste it over here. And let me just add the validity and add secret. Okay. Now let's go back to the form here. Now this form will submit document to a doc type called webinar form. And when I see the doc type, it has this new checkbox that says allow client integrated users. So in order to use this new authentication system and to submit a document to this doc type, we need to get this checkbox enabled. Now let me just try to save a form. Okay. Now let's submit this. It says form has been submitted successfully. Let's see the document over here. Okay, so this is the same document that I just submitted. Now I'm just going to copy the doc ID here, and let me just refresh again. I've added a small section to just query the document and swap the DOM. So let me click query here, and we got the same values over here. And one more thing to note here is we have also added a new table that says external user, so with that we can track the last activity date from the user. So this is my user ID, tenant ID, and the last recent activity date. We are planning to add more columns over here to add more logs for better audit. And in this way we can uh, DBXL and FormsViewer can communicate more securely. Thank you.
That is awesome. That is so wonderful.
Yeah, way to go, Sweta. Awesome job. So we're back to the slides here, and once again, we are wishing Hilary a wonderful retirement. This is her final day at Qdabra, and we have a slide describing this, right, Hilary?
Yeah, well, I was going to see if anybody had any questions about what we presented, but please, if you do have questions, type them into chat. You know, the names I'm seeing here are all familiar to me, and I've worked with every one of them. Yeah, go, Patrick.
Well, we should ask everyone to chime in and give everyone the floor. Maybe you can walk through and give everyone audio and they can wish you well. That would be nice. And then the other thing while people are thinking about what to say, I was just blown away by this image here in the lower left corner. I know it's kind of Devi. You must have read this. You read the novel by Douglas Adams, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And is that why you became a developer?
No. No, no, no. So I came into development sideways. I was working at a graphic design firm. I was working as an office manager, and I was sitting at a desk, and that desk had one of those bright colored iMacs on them. You guys are all remember those retro bright colored iMacs, and the desk behind me had another bright colored iMac, and that bright colored iMac was the music server. And every single time the phone rang or somebody came in the office, I was turning around and muting the music on that. And then I found out that I could write AppleScript and have a button on my computer that shut that computer up. And that's history. History was made. I'm like,
Wow.
holy cow, I can tell the computer what to do. It's been my true love, you know?
I never knew that. I never knew that
The,
story.
yep. A couple of iMacs and a graphic design firm is where I said, you know what, this is it for me. And it was it for me for a long time, being able to tell the computer what to do. So you want me to unmute people in a circle, go through the
I mean,
alphabet and unmute?
I would give them all a chance to say goodbye to you. Yeah.
All right, Allie, you're up first because of how the alphabet works, I guess. I have to allow Mike. Um, Hi, Allie. I
Hi.
guess. Oh, you can unmute yourself. Good.
Yes, I can.
Yay.
It has been just so great to work with you. I kind of have a somewhat similar situation of coming into IT work. Uh, I have a degree in teaching elementary,
Oh, oh.
but so I feel like we vibe like that. But
We
yeah, I
do.
will
Yeah, we
miss
do.
you so much.
I will miss you too. You've just been wonderful to work with, and just it's been fabulous. It's been fabulous. Thank you so much, Ellie. I really appreciate you. Benjamin, do you want to go next?
Sure. I hope I hope that you have you can hear me, right? Yeah, okay. I hope
Yeah.
that you have a great future ahead of you, whatever you
Thank
do.
you.
And I
Thanks.
just want to really show my appreciation for the support that you've given me personally. I know that we've worked together on a lot of the forms for ESD, and you've taught me so much about forms and XML and databases, and I just really appreciate it. So.
Well, I've loved having you in our classes because you always have good questions and you're so engaged. You're engaged and engaging. It's been wonderful. Kristen, it was wonderful having you in class. We haven't worked closely outside of class, but I really enjoyed having you in class.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Kirsten.
Kirsten, Chris, you're up soon, Chris.
Yeah, you're right.
So I just, yeah, we haven't unfortunately got to work together too much, but I'll tell you, you've helped me more than you would even realize, because what you've put on the internet, as far as knowledge for, InfoPath and whatever, has helped me in my career long before I ever knew about Qdabra. And, I feel like this stuff's kind of retiring with you, because InfoPath out of here for good.
I know, isn't that
But
funny?
I really appreciate what you've put out there for everybody in the industry, because it's been so helpful. I'm sure if you helped me without, interacting with this company, I'm sure you've helped many, many, many others. So I wish you the best.
Thank you so much. Yeah, InfoPath Dev was a labor of love for me, and it was because Greg Collins, who worked at Qdabra, had put so much into it and helped me so much that when I came here and was able to start helping others on that forum, I just dove in with all of my feet, with everybody else's feet too. Kathy, I've got you next in my list, and we've spoken a number of times in the past couple of weeks, so. Yeah, it's
Yes,
been a
we'll miss
pleasure
you.
working with you.
Yes,
So,
we had a great time. You taught us a lot. Thank you so
oh,
much
thank
for all the
you.
20 years. Seems like 20 years.
Right. We'll just keep adding
All
years to
right.
that till it seems right.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Kathy. Take good care. And Harrison, how about, you're newish, but you've learned so much so fast. Rock star.
Yeah, thank you so much for just all the help and support. And I've learned so much in just the past couple of months just from all our emails.
You're drinking from the high fire hose. You're doing great with it too.
Yeah, and just wishing you the best with everything.
Oh, thanks so much, Harrison, and to you as well. And then Lisa, Lisa, you're the one who said to me on the phone that, it was you. You said InfoPath is being deprecated, and so is InfoPath Hilary. And I'll see if I can't unmute you, Lisa, but you are muted. Well, much love to Lisa, who's having technical difficulties. Chris Miller, it is your turn now.
Oh, yeah. As we talked a couple days, and it's just so much emotion.
End of an era, people.
Yeah. Your bubbly personality, even in the, darkest moments of dealing with things, has, made working through problems so much easier. And we're going to miss that.
Yeah, but a problem shared is a problem halved, and anytime we get to work with another person on something or put more than one set of eyes on something, we have that opportunity to lift each other up, don't we? And we all have that within us. We all have that capacity, that capability, and we should really all embrace that, right? This learning togetherness. And you have an infectious laugh, my friend, and there's many a time where being with you has just made me be like, we'll figure it out. I always had that we'll figure it out feeling with you. Speaking of we'll figure it out, Misty, you're up next. And you, my friend, have knocked my socks off with everything you've learned over the years.
Oh, Hilary, I'm going to try not to cry. I could not have done this job without you. And I really, truly mean that. I found you guys on the internet and I kept getting answers from Hilary. And I was like, geez, she's amazing. And then I got to meet you and it was like meeting a rock star.
Oh,
It was just, I just cannot possibly thank you enough. And I hope you truly enjoy every single minute of your retirement. It is very well deserved.
oh, thank you,
We will
Misty.
miss you very, very much.
You know, I mentioned Greg Collins just a second ago. I felt the same way. He interviewed me here, and I was like so nervous because I was like, "Oh, it's internet royalty! It's internet
Right?
royalty!" InfoPath royalty is talking to me.
Crazy, isn't it?
Thank you for
Oh,
everything, Misty. You've been wonderful fun.
we will
And
miss you.
Lisa's gotten her technical difficulty solved. So Lisa, yes, no? She thinks she is unmuted, but I do not think she is unmuted. She's unmuted on her side. Okay, well, we still see you as muted, Lisa. We're going to go ahead and move forward to you. So from Yale, right?
Yes, I'm
Yes.
from Yale because for the
Yale,
Hilary,
we
I
worked
didn't
on
really directly talking work, but always email for over 10 years.
email.
Yeah.
Yes,
For
we've
our
been
I
emailing.
system, yeah, because I'm a technical person developer in the back end. Also, every time, and we have friends like right Robert and Andrea, but every time
Yeah.
Hilary just responds email so quick and very knowledge and help a lot. And for the last year, we migrate the system from Voyager to the ARMA, and Hilary again is really the good support and help us to move things so fast, quickly. And so I just see the email that a couple of days ago. I said, "Oh, I see this Qdabra email." Usually, I didn't quite often go to the webinar because I mean, the back end support doesn't really say, "Oh, Hilary is the last day. I cannot believe I've been working with you for over 10 years." By the email, the last day I said, "Oh, I better come, yeah, and say wish you everything is the best, all the best, and good for your next chapter." Thank you.
Oh, thank you
Yeah, I
so
will
much.
miss.
And you also, I loved working with you on things, even though we did always have this email relationship, because you too, you were always like so quick to investigate and get back to me so we could get them unstuck. It's been a great collaboration. Yeah, it's been
Yes.
wonderful.
Yeah, and
Thank
for
you.
yeah, we will miss to work with you.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for coming. All right, Tim, you're up next at this retirement party. This may just be Tim and
I just
Lisa.
want to mention, I just want to quote what Chris was saying. When you get tired of being retired, come back, even if it's limited availability.
Yeah, so Tim, all I can do on your side is enable or disable your mic. So you and Lisa and I, we all
Wait,
chatted.
did that work?
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
look
thank
at you.
God. All right, good.
You're a technical genius.
I
How'd you
can
do
do
it?
IT things. Yes.
You can do
Um,
IT things.
that was really stressful. So when we had been working together, we haven't worked together for too long, but when we started a few months back, January or so, I think a month and a half went by before I got a good look at like a thumbnail of you in from an email or something, and I was just like, wait a minute, is this InfoPath Hilary? Is this like I've been reading her for 15 years, you know? So I was really starstruck in that moment. I really was. I've told you that before, but it was true. I was so happy and excited that you were the same Hilary that I'd come to know tangentially for so long. So that was really cool. And then, you know, swiftly taken away from us, unfortunately. But I did want to thank you. What I've been involved in some really crummy, crazy projects for in my IT career, and one of the most stressful ones was this. You know, the transition to Power Automate, just the hard deadline and the short time frame. We could not have done that move without you. It was awesome. You were super, not just super knowledgeable, but super like encouraging, which we needed. We needed that, and it was really a blessing to be able to work with you. You know, the last few months. Wish we had more time, but I'm also glad that you get to retire and take your life back And I wish you all the best of luck moving forward, and really, truly thank you.
Oh, thank you, Tim. Well, you and Lisa, you guys put in some amazing hard work, some amazing effort, because you went from pretty much, I know you'd both messed around a little with Flow, but you guys went from 0 to 60. It was astounding. And once you got your feet under you and you guys were just building, and then, as far as I can tell, you had an emergency-free transition, right?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Wait, what does that mean, an emergency 3?
I didn't get any like shrieky emails from either of you on April 2nd when SharePoint
yes.
works. Yeah, emergency free. Yes, no emergencies.
There were no emergencies. Yeah.
I was watching for y'all. Yeah, I was watching for you all because I thought, well, April 2nd's here. They may show up in my inbox and need something. I was actually mentally preserving room for you all and on my calendar too, just in case. You guys handled it. You guys just squared it away. It was amazing.
It did work, but there was no way we were getting there without you, honestly. There was no way. So that was really, 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 in large part because of your tutelage and like I said, the encouragement was not to be lost, the value of that, because there was some desolate times.
There were some moments of despair. Yes, we got through the swamp of despond or whatever it is. So I see we've got Alan left on the call from Spindletop, and Alan, you and I haven't worked a lot together, but I know we've had some emails over the years, and we were on a meeting together. Gosh, just yesterday. So I've really enjoyed working with you when we have. You stay so calm in the middle of everything. I appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. You are correct. Over the years, and there's been a lot of them, we've only worked together one or two handfuls of times when I got called in to assist Kathy with some stuff that was out of her purview for networking or Active Directory or some stuff like that. Yeah. And I love your approach, always have. And
thank you.
And I don't say much because if I start talking, you start saying, "No, I told you to click this, click that, click that." So I just don't say anything.
Don't click that. Don't click that yet.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Ellen, it's been wonderful working with you, and thanks for attending. Thank you to everyone for attending. It's just been really meaningful. My career here has been really meaningful. I give great thanks to my colleagues, to Patrick, to the company, to all of you. It's been wonderful building these relationships, and I hope we are all looking forward to a future that is bright for us, and I hope we all are kind and share knowledge as much as we can, because I think those are the things that help build these connections.
Way to go.
I think,
way to go. Thank you so much.
I think that's it. I've got this last slide here saying contact us if you need us with my retro little support at Qdabra.com. The whole team is here to continue supporting you. You will not be without support.
Do you want to share your private email with anyone on the call? Feel free to do that. Obviously.
I have with some people already. So yeah, I think we're good here.
Okay.
So, thanks so much, everyone. I guess I'm going to close this down, guys. Thanks so much for attending, and we will talk soon.